Hello, this is Ron Brown. It's April 20th, 1 o'clock p.m. Central Time. I just want to point out a couple of things. The NASDAQ, the comp was up strongly yesterday. Today it has fallen. And if you just look at the comp, you'd think this market is in big trouble today. But if you look over here on the left-hand side, you'll see the Dow's up over 1%. S&P 400's up 1.21. The 500's up 0.38. The 600's up 1.20. And the ES futures are up 0.34. But you look at the NASDAQ futures and they're down 1%. And you can see that over here on the right. It opened, well, it didn't open strongly. You can see where it opened right here, and then it did trade up. There was an early morning move to the upside, but then the index or the NQ futures started falling back. But it really doesn't tell the story of the market. And if you just look at those numbers and look at some of the tech stocks, they are not really reflective of what's going on. This is the culprit right here, Netflix. This had a big influence on what happened to the market today. You can see it's down 36%, and it's even been lower. Currently trading at 223, got down as low as 212.51. Now let's take a look at the market and really see what's going on here. I'm going to go into my favorite program, HGSI, and I'm going to go up to the reference groups, and I'm going to select industries, and then I'm going under the tools menu, and I'm going to rebuild the groups, the industry groups, because these prices are all updated through Thinkorswim. So I'm going to get a real look at what's happening in the market based upon the industry groups. So I'll click through to the warehouse view, then I have to go to my HGSI views. And how many of these 175 indexes are up today? Well, how about 134? How many are down? 41. So just by clicking on rebuilding and clicking on these two, I can tell immediately that there's a lot of strength in this market today, even though the comp, NASDAQ comp, is telling a different story. You do this, you don't have to listen to all the pundits out there, people posting on Twitter and so on, telling you what they think about the market. It's just not realistic. Who cares what they say? Do your own research, and if you have a program like this, it's easy to do. Now I want to show you some other things here. I rebuilt the industries, and I have several user smart groups now, and I've been adding a few more. I just want to point out one or two in this short video. I'm going to rebuild my user smart groups. Okay, I paused that while I rebuild. It takes me about 30 seconds to rebuild on my computer, but I've got an awful lot of user smart groups. Now I'm going to go down here under my user smart groups, and I have several things in here, but I want to concentrate on just a couple. Let's go to the end of day bullish, and I'm going to go to number 10 here, price up, fan up. As of yesterday, I'll release the filter, and I'll click through, and now I need to go to another view here. I'll just go to my intraday view of these stocks. Now the requirements for this are that these stocks were up yesterday and the fan is up. In other words, well, let me bring one of these up. This fan, the 200, the 100, the 50, and the 18 are all up, and you can see here that the 3 is above the 6. This is an inexpensive stock which has been on the move. Now this just rebuilt as it was updated, and here's another stock. You can see the fan is in place. It was up yesterday, and it looks like it maybe wants to go again. Let's look at another one. ESTE. Fan is in place. Stock is moving up. It's about a $16 stock now. Where was the signal here? Crossover signal was right here. If you look here, you can see that 4 days ago, the 3 went up through the 6. The VPOC crossed over 2 days ago because, let me bring that back up, because there was a slight pullback right here. But the 3 went above the 6 on this day right here. I'll put a crosshair on here. So anyway, this is a stock that's been trending up. The point is, if this fan is in place, and that's a requirement of this smart group, that's a pretty good indication that there is strength in a stock. Now, I don't particularly like the looseness of this stock. Let's take a look at Olympic Steel. Look where the fan went into place back here, and it's remained in place. It pulled back, the 3 crossed the 6, that was a buy point. Pulled back here, another buy point right here, and it's moving up. So what groups are represented here? If I bring this up, you can see this is heavily favoring the REITs, steel producers, oil and gas services and equipment. The point is, the price was up yesterday and the fan was up. These are the top 100 stocks. Now on this day, let me bring this back up. I'll click on this. Let's look at the percentage up and the percentage down. 63.5% are up. 36 1/3 are down. So on this day, which looks so terrible, if you just look at the comp and the text, you can see that there is a lot of strength in these stocks that are moving up. Now, if you use my files, you should always look down these columns. Days since the 13, the 3 crossed the 6, I'm sorry, and the days since the volume point of control turned positive. You can tell how old these signals are. Now here's a fresh signal as of yesterday on both of these. Bring this up so you can see it better. Here the 3 crossed the 6 down here in the histogram, and the VPOC crossed also, and look at this stock moving up today. That's all I'm going to do. I was going to show you another smart group, but I'll do that in a different video. I just want you to pay attention to this group, price up, fan up. As of yesterday, a couple of other groups that you should be watching are Perfect Speculator, and which is number 13, and number 9, leading stocks based on the Leaders Smart Group under W&B, my files that I put together with Ian Woodward several years ago. That's it. Have a good day, a good week.